Why'd you do that, huh? You're so stupid, Rose. Why did you do that? Why?
Imagine standing on the deck of the Titanic as it glides into the icy Atlantic night, a marvel of its time, filled with stories from every corner of society. But behind the famous film and its unforgettable characters lies the reality. Real lives, real decisions, and real heroism.
Goodbye, I miss you! Goodbye! I'm gonna never forget you!
Today, we're uncovering the fascinating lives of the Titanic characters and their real-life counterparts. Get ready to step into the true story of the Titanic. What if I told you that the character Leonardo DiCaprio brought to life in Titanic, the spirited and adventurous Jack Dawson, was inspired by a real-life survivor of the Titanic disaster, Jack Thayer. DiCaprio's character captured the world with his charm, resilience, and daring attitude, embodying the spirit of a young man who faced the unthinkable.
I work my way from place to place, tramp steamers and such.
The real Jack Thayer, a 17-year-old first-class passenger, was aboard the Titanic with his parents when the unthinkable happened. Unlike his fictional counterpart, Thayer survived the sinking by a twist of fate. He jumped from the sinking ship, eventually pulling himself onto an overturned lifeboat, a harrowing escape he later documented in his memoir. Played by Jonathan Phillips, Charles Lightoller served as second officer on the Titanic. He survived the sinking and continued to work for White Star Line, and later served in World War I. During World War II, he used his private yacht to assist with the evacuation of Dunkirk. Mark Rylance's character arc in the 2017 movie Dunkirk closely mirrors Lightoller's story.
Well, we weren't sure of the weight, Mr. Andrews. These boats may buckle.
Frederick Fleet, portrayed by Scott Anderson, was the lookout who first spotted the iceberg that doomed the Titanic. Just as shown in the movie, he called out,
Iceberg, right ahead!
Thank you.
Fleet survived the sinking and went on to serve in both World War I and World War II. In 1965, he passed away under tragic circumstances. Have you ever wondered what went through the mind of the Titanic's captain as the ship descended into icy darkness? Bernard Hill masterfully brought Captain Edward J. Smith to life, embodying the calm authority and heavy responsibility of the White Star Line's most experienced captain. Known for his calm composure, Smith was regarded as the millionaire's captain, respected by crew and passengers alike. But beneath this confidence lay an ominous responsibility. The Titanic was meant to be unsinkable, yet the unforgiving Atlantic would challenge that claim. In real life, Captain Smith faced his darkest hour on April 15, 1912. As chaos erupted, Smith reportedly ordered, "Be British, boys, be British," a final call for calm and dignity. Despite his years of experience, Smith's last moments remain haunting, caught between duty and an ocean of regrets. Kathy Bates brought life and grit to Margaret Molly Brown in Titanic, capturing the charm and strength of a real-life survivor. Unlike most of her peers, Brown's wealth was self-made. Her husband struck it rich in mining, which opened doors to high society. Independent and outspoken, Brown continued to live life her way even after she and her husband separated. Known as the unsinkable Molly Brown, after surviving the Titanic disaster, she famously urged her lifeboat to turn back and save others, a bold act that suited her fearless character.
I don't understand a one of you. What's the matter with you? It's your men out there!
John Jacob Astor IV, played by Eric Braeden, was not only the richest passenger on the Titanic, but was also one of the richest men in the world at the time of the sinking. His body, which was eventually recovered, was identified by initials sewn into his jacket. Did J. Bruce Ismay's ambition ultimately doom the Titanic? Played with precision by Jonathan Hyde, Ismay is portrayed as the wealthy and detached White Star Line chairman, the man who famously boasted of the Titanic's unsinkable design. In real life, Ismay's controversial actions aboard the sinking ship only fueled public outrage. As chaos gripped the doomed liner, Ismay boarded one of the few remaining lifeboats, securing his survival while so many others perished. His actions became a lightning rod for criticism, with the press condemning him for saving himself when women and children were left behind. Called before the U.S. Senate to testify, Ismay faced public ire for his role and his choices, leaving a stain on his legacy that history remembers all too well. Imagine watching the person you've spent your life with, knowing that any moment might be your last together. Ida and Isidore Strauss, whose love endured for decades, faced this heart-wrenching reality on the fateful night the Titanic sank. Isidore Strauss, co-owner of Macy's department store, was a respected businessman, while his wife Ida was his devoted partner. When the lifeboats filled with women and children, Ida was offered a place to safety. But upon realizing her husband couldn't board, she refused, choosing to stay by his side until the end. Witnesses recounted seeing the elderly couple sitting close, holding hands as the ship went down. Their story isn't just one of tragedy. It's a poignant testament to an unbreakable bond that even the icy waters of the Atlantic couldn't sever. As we say goodbye to these unforgettable figures from Titanic's past, their stories remind us that history's most captivating moments are often found in the faces of those who lived it. Which character's real-life counterpart surprised you the most? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the lives that shaped our world. Join us next time as we reveal the hidden truths behind Hollywood's legendary tales. Until then, may these stories of courage and tragedy live on.